Indianapolis is having a spring cleaning blitz targeting high weeds and grasses. Anything higher than 12 inches will earn you a citation, possibly a fine. But as we found out today, the city has lots of weed issues and violations on its own property. RTV6's Jack Reinhardt joins us live tonight with details.
Well, the Department of Code Enforcement has hired 15 seasonal inspectors who are in the midst of a citywide sweep. And as you can see behind me, there's no shortage of complaints nor violations, including on city-owned property. A wetter-than-average April has made for a bumper crop of greenery for May. Weed-covered lots and neglected properties have people noticing and scratching their heads.
I wonder what's going on with the city. How much money we pay in taxes? How come they're not getting this done? It's ridiculous.
This is my third census tract they put me on. This is by far the worst census tract so far.
On the near northwest side, city inspectors wade through the tall grass and take measurements, even when it's obvious that the weeds are in excess of 12 inches high. On this city-owned property at the corner of 29th and Elmira, the problem has been neglected for so long that the porch has a tree growing out of it. The grass-covered lot behind it is also owned by the city. And one resident living next door to this city-owned property in the 900 block of West 30th Street has called 3 times this year and complained about conditions without getting any results.
Are you upset that the city hasn't done a better job of cleaning this place up?
Yes, I am, because it makes my community kind of look raggedy.
These 2 lots with high grass and weeds are owned by the city of Indianapolis. This lot right here that's been mowed is privately owned. And this lot right here is also owned by the city of Indianapolis. It's estimated that on the northwest side alone, the city has several hundred parcels that are currently in violation. Last year, inspectors issued nearly 16,000 citations and fined more than 11,000 for failing to correct them. The Department of Code Enforcement says it's dealing with them on as timely a basis as possible.
If you're living next to a property, whether it's city-owned or there's a property owner that has neglected that property and they've let their yard, high weeds and grass, they let it get out of control. We're making sure that we're taking the necessary steps to get that handled.
And while the city says it may not appear that there's much going on in the way of mowing on properties like this, it's only because they say they've concentrated a limited number of resources in areas that have generated the greatest number of complaints. And from the time a property owner gets a citation, they have 5 days to correct the violation or face a $353 fine. Live on the north side, Jack Reinhardt, RTV6.